In this video, I have a tutorial for every single sapling in Minecraft. Every starter house will include the essentials such as a bed, storage, a crafting table, furnace, unique interior and exterior design, and a farm. First, we got the oak starter house, so nothing too special besides maybe the campfires. On the interior, we got a furnace, a double chest, a crafting table, with a trap door with a lantern, some light source with some extra barrels for storage, and up top we have a bed. Nothing too crazy, pretty simple, pretty standard. I tried not to make these builds too complicated, considering it is a starter house. First we're going to start with the oak house, so what you're going to want to do is make a 5x5 square, so on the inside is 3x3. And then once you got that, we're going to start with the corners, so just add a corner on every 4 sides. Increase it by 3, so in total it's 4 blocks tall, and then do the other for every side. And then on the top block, just connect the beams like so. So you should have something so far that's like this. Next, you're going to want to grab your stone brick or cobblestone, whichever you prefer to use. For me, I'm going to use stone brick. But yeah, just place on every side so the middle block is open. And then what I like to do is I like to replace the bottom block with stone brick or your cobblestone. Place a stair, so it adds like a little bevel there at the bottom. And then for the front, we're gonna leave that alone. We're just gonna replace it back with a grass block. Next, you want to grab your stripped oak log and just place it above the full blocks of stone brick. So far you have something like this on every side. At the front, place your oak plank, and then you can fill in the walls with windows. Next, you're going to go on the outside and grab your oak stairs again, and on the outside just fill the sides like so. Just place in your stairs on both sides, and then one stair going overlapping on both sides. The front, you should be open, so you should have stairs on both sides. And then just connect your stairs like so. Like so. Next, grab your slabs and place them at the top seam. And then on the side here, just fill it in. And then on the outside, just fill in the stairs. Yeah, the outside should be finished for the most parts, besides the farm. Next, to make your way on the inside, place your door. And then on the inside here, you can fill in this top seam with your stripped logs, so it kind of looks like a beam. Once you enter on the right side, place your lantern with the trapdoor, and then next for the flooring, you want to fill in the flooring with your oak planks. Once you got that done, place a double chest in the corner next to the trapdoor. Place these barrels when you enter on the right side, top right. Place the barrels, and then trapdoors beside them, and then close them so they look like that. On the bottom half of the top stair here, or the top window here, place 2 trapdoors, so that way your bed can fit on top of the trapdoors. Grab your ladder and bed, place the ladders like so, and then on top of here, just place your bed. Grab your craft table underneath the trapdoor, and then for your furnace, you can place it right in front. Make your way on the outside of the build, and then on the right side of the entrance, place 4 fences across the back right side, and then follow it until it lines up perfectly with the front. Then place your fence gates. On these corners, place 2 fences on top of each other, and then up top, go ahead and place your campfires. You did this correctly if you placed 15 campfires. This is optional, but just place a couple lanterns like so, just for some extra lighting. And then add your leaves on the outside of the build. And then for the final touches, make your way out inside the crop farm. Right here, you can break this block and then place your water bucket. And then just add your crops like normal. You can add any crop here, up to your choosing. But I'm just going with the wheat, the default. I think it looks the best. And then yeah, you should be done with this build. Next we got the spruce wood. Now for the spruce wood, I did want to go for a little more of a rustic, because that's kind of what I enjoy doing. I kind of enjoy making like medieval rustic type of builds. On the inside is where I really enjoy this build. So I decided to put a little table on the side, your normal default, I guess, materials in the beginning. You got furnaces, double chest, bed, crafting table. Then out here, we got a little crop farm. Other than that, that is pretty much it. For all of these, actually, I did put the default leaves that they use for the build. But yeah, for this starter house, I think it came out pretty good. Next, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the spruce. So first, obviously, I know this looks a little wonky, but trust me, this is how it's supposed to look. Skip the corner block on both sides, and then this should be 5. So in the center, it should be a 4x5 in the center. First, you're gonna want to place your corner blocks. On here, your corner blocks are gonna be on both sides like this, so the 2 logs should line up here. Increase this by 4 blocks, just like we did with the oak. And then, of course, connect the beams. Next, to grab your cobblestone and stripped logs. Place your cobblestone like so, just like we did the other one. On this one, it's going to be staggered, so every other one. And then on top of those blocks, place your stripped logs. Like so. Next, from the outside, replace the wool blocks. And add your stair to make the bevel. And then do that for every side besides this side. I'm just going to place the ground block, but don't place the stair here. This is going to be an exit for your crop farm. On the front side, I'm just going to replace it with grass. Go ahead and grab your spruce stairs. Place one at the top so you can place your door down. And then place your windows in. On every side, besides this side. And then place your stair atop. Now this next part might be the most complicated part, but it shouldn't be that difficult. So now just place your stairs like so, overlapping by 1. And then on this side, same thing, just place 1 overlap on both sides here. And then for this part, place your stair, and then just overlap it with slabs at the top here. So it creates more of like an oval shape here. But for the front entrance, we're still going to do the stair, staggering. But once we get to here, you're going to want to place a full block, followed by your staggering stairs. Grab your log block where the stairs overlap, place your log, and then a stair underneath the log. So it kind of creates like an arc. You're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, like so. And then once you got that down, add your stairs up top. So it looks like that. And then place your log going all the way down. This is optional, but I just decided to do it anyways. Next, connect all your stairs. For this right here, for the little opening here, just place a stripped spruce log. Same thing with this side and the front side. Now, like I said earlier, just connect the beams. Now this part might look a little tricky, but as long as you just watch where it overlaps, it should be fine. Next, right here, full block, like so. And then just connect them all like so. I would add a little more detail for the roofing, but this is just a simple tutorial. I don't want to overdo it with the detail. Okay. Now, once you finish both sides, you should have something that looks like this. Next, we're going to head on into the interior. On the interior, just fill in the flooring with your spruce planks or whatever block you'd like. Fill it in like so. Once you enter on the left side, place your bed, 2 double chests, and then 2 furnaces. On the right side here, place your crafting table, followed by your light source. On the entrance to the right, place your fence gates. And then once you're on the outside here, place 3 walls on the back side here, 1, 2, 3, followed by a full block, and then add your slab on top, and then go down 4 blocks, fill in with the full block, and then on this corner where the 2 logs meet, place your full block too, slab on top of both, followed by 2 walls, and then finally your fence gates. And then you could also just add a wall here, just for some added detail and some lighting. Then underneath here, a little trick I do is I place water, fill it in with a grass block, and then you have a water log for your wheat or for any crop you desire. Once you've got that, some little detail I decided to do was Add 3 slabs here, so it kind of acts like an arc, adding to the main roofing here. And then at the top here, I replaced the stair here with a full block technically, and a stair. So it kind of adds more of like a ridge going down here. So again, full block and then a stair. And that's gonna be it for the spruce starter house. Next we got birch, and as you can see I try to go for a little more of a unique type of a design compared to the other two. This one I decided to do a little kind of like a diamond symbol here, as you can see. And on the side here I do want to add a little more like greenery, make it feel a little more like a greenhouse type of deal. But yeah, as you can see, just a typical wheat farm with some glowberries on the sides. For the roof I decided to do like logs, which I think came out pretty good in my opinion. On the inside, on the bottom, got your storage table with a plant. Again, the furnace in the wall with the tall window. Over here, you got kind of like you got your little bed and crafting table. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, out of all of them, I think this is definitely like my one of the top 3 I enjoy the most. Again, nothing too crazy. I don't want these to be too complicated to build, considering they are starter houses. So yeah, so far I like how this turned out. Now this build's going to be a little different compared to these two. But on the interior, we're going to have a 3x4. First, we're going to add the corners like normal. And then we're going to increase it up by 4 blocks for every side again. But we're not going to connect the beams at all. Again, add your stone brick next to the logs, the corner blocks, add stone brick. And then for the 2-sided walls, just fill in the bottom with stone brick or whatever block you'd like. And then add 2 stairs here. And then do the same thing on the other side. On the back side here, stone brick and stair like normal. And at the front, obviously replace wool with the grass block. At the front here, we're going to go up with birch planks, 3 blocks. Do the same thing on the back side. Grab your stair for the door. And then above the door, kind of like a plus sign. And then break the middle block. That's where your window is going to be. So at the top here, place your stair on the sides, but not the bottom block. You're going to leave this as a 1x4 window here. Next, we're going to start on the roof. So this might look a little complicated, but I promise you it's not. So logs meet, just connect them all the way down like so. The lowest it should be is at the 4th block, and then just connect the log going all the way down on both sides. Once you've completed the whole roof, it should look like this. Next, grab your windows and place on the back side, your 4 windows. At the top here, place your fence gates. And then on the front side, the same thing. These side walls here, place your planks like so you have a 2x2 window opening. So it looks like that on both sides. Fill it in with the windows. Next, we're going to start on the interior of the build, so head on the inside, place your door. For the flooring, fill it in with your block of your choice. For me, I'm going to do birch planks. Next, when you're facing the door, on the left side, place 4 ladders. And then on the left side here from that, go ahead and add a stair, and then another stair. So they should be facing each other, and then a trapdoor. And then on top of that, place your flower, any flower of your choice, up to you. Next, we're going to work on the bed upstairs. For this top part, we're going to do a 3x2 trapdoor, so just place trapdoors like so. And then once you're up here, you want to place your bed in the corner, place a crafting table, and a lantern up top, or any light source, and then a fence so you don't fall off, obviously. The last little bit of detail on the interior, place your furnace in the same spot like our others. And then down here, you're going to want to break these 3 blocks. Place your extra storage here, and that's going to be your storage. For these builds, I'm trying to make them as open but as compact as possible, so you don't feel like it's so compact, if that makes sense. Now, once you're on the outside of the build, on the right side, grab your slabs, and then 1 block from the edge, fill it in until you have 1 block on the edge too. Next, place 2 layers of trapdoors going down. So it should look like this so far. Next, grab your stone brick walls or whatever block you used for the foundation. Place 4 walls against this side here, and then bring them all the way down. so it lines up with the log here. Grab your fences, place 2 fences on the corners like so. On the side here, place your water source and then a trapdoor up top. And then it should be a 3x4, so in total you should have 12 pieces of whatever crop you decide. On the back side here, place your glowberry and then another one diagonal from it. And then this is optional, but I decided to add a couple flower pots on the outside here, just for some added detail, and some lanterns as well. Now for the final touches, we're going to add the leaves all the way around, of course. And yeah, and this is what it should look like once you're finished. Next build, we got this one. Honestly, took me the longest. For this one, the jungle, I decided to go for a bamboo because obviously, I mean, you get bamboo in the jungle. So I was like, screw it, I'll just add it. As you can see, it's pretty detailed. I might have done a little too much with the detail, but I think it's okay. On the outside here, we got a little crop farm here. At the front here, we got a little patio. As we walk inside, interior is different. I tried my best. Nothing too crazy, but definitely different interior. I don't want all of them to look too similar. That's the interior. For the exterior, as you can see, the slabs look a little complicated to build, but I promise you, I'm gonna make it as simple as possible in the tutorial. But yeah, that is the jungle. First, we're gonna start with the corner blocks. So for this build, this is what it kind of looks like. It looks kind of awkward, but I promise you, it's gonna look normal once we build this. But yeah, this is the foundation. On these corners, like I show, is where the full blocks are gonna be. So it's gonna look something like that. Next, these are gonna go up 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. So in total, they're gonna be 6 blocks tall. On this side, we're only gonna bring these up by 2. So they're gonna be like that. For this side, we're gonna fill it in like so. We're gonna do it for every side. But for this block, it's gonna be like that sideways, because this is where the door entrance is gonna be. And then on this side, do the same thing. Just fill it in the bottom layer. Now for this back side here, on the 4th block, you're gonna want to place logs, and then on the right side of this, you're gonna want to place 1 block higher, the beam 1 block higher. So from the front entrance over here, that's what it will look like. Next on this wall, just add the windows like so. For the top here, it's gonna be filled in like so. And on this side back here, just place in the walls all the way up to the logs. And then on the right side here, break this block. This is gonna have a window in it. Next, at the front entrance, place 2 layers of wood, going all the way down minus this layer right here. Next, place in your walls like so. And then on this side, place in your stair for your window and your door. Next, place your window like so here. Same thing on this side, place it like so. This glass pane will become full once we start the interior of the build. Next, at the front tier, place your fences like so. And then on the inside here, place 2 trapdoors. So the entrance should look something like this. Go ahead and add your 2 fences on both sides here. And then for the front here, destroy these 3 blocks like I show, and then have them connect inwards. So the front entrance should look like that. Next, place in your door, and we're gonna go ahead and start on the interior. And then on the interior, place your windows. And then right here, you're gonna place 3 blocks like so. Next on the interior, place full blocks here, followed by another full block, and then do the same thing you did on the outside with the porch, except on the right side, just place a full stair. And then go ahead and fill in the floor below with your desired planks that you want to use. Next, grab your jungle logs, and then place a beam going all the way across like so, right here. And then on the inside, place 2 blocks, fill in this gap right here, so interior should look like this. And then the outside, you're gonna bring this up 1 more block, and then fill it in on every side. Next, grab your full blocks of bamboo, place it above here, and then add your slab going all the way down on both sides, and then overlapping on both sides here, like so. Then add your trapdoors on top, lining up with the patio, and then like you see here, just stagger them going 1 block higher on every side, like so. Once you meet up here in the middle of these flag blocks here, once you line up in the middle, that's when you start going back down. So it should look something like this. And then obviously on the back side here, just place in your slabs. And then do the same thing on the other side here. And on this side, we're going to place in 3 full blocks of bamboo. On the right side here, we're going to do the same thing. Except for this layer, we're going to go up by 1 more. And then to fill this in, we're going to do planks here. Once you got the foundation of the roof done, just fill it in and have it connect all the way across. So the roof should look like this, minus this. This should be like this. Now for this part, it might get a little complicated, but I'm gonna try my best. So on this corner, place your 2 bamboo fences here. On top of that, place your slab. And then for this, you're gonna wanna place a stair there, followed by 2 slabs. And then on the opposite side here, you're gonna wanna place your slab there. So it's just like we did with the roofing. And then for the next one, place a trapdoor, followed by another trapdoor on top. So it looks like that. Right above the trapdoor, place your stair. So it should look something like this. Next, on the interior here, place your slab, followed by 2 trapdoors on top, and then 2 slabs, followed by another 2 slabs. And then right here, obviously we're gonna do a slab too. And then right here, where you placed the stair earlier, place a slab on the outside here. Again, we're gonna do the same technique we did with the trapdoors earlier here. 2 trapdoors like so, followed by a slab on top of there, and again 1 more trapdoor, or 1 more slab. So in total you should have 4 going across here, and then start having it going back down. So you should be offset by 1 block, like so. And place your bamboo here, and then just connect it like normal, all the way down. Right here, you can just place trapdoors across. Okay, now that we got that complicated roof out of the way, we can start heading on the interior. Okay, first for some lighting, we're going to place a lantern in the corner here, followed by your bed and chest in the corner. Right here, we're going to have 2 slabs going across, followed by 2 furnaces, and in the corner, a crafting table. We can fill in the roof here. And then over here on the right side from the entrance, we can have your double chest and the trapdoor going above it like so. Then trapdoor on the side here to kind of act like a barrier for your double chests. And then just for some detail, over here in the corner, you can add a little bamboo pot. And then over here in the corner, you can also add another lantern if you want. So in total, this is what the interior should look like. And so now that we got all the complicated stuff out of the way, we can start focusing on the easier stuff. So underneath the log here, I'm gonna place a water bucket and then fill it back in. That way it's all waterlogged, and then just square it off with your wheat of choice or your crop of choice. And then the outside, we're gonna just do a little bit of leaves just for some little extra detail. And yeah, that's gonna be it for the jungle starter house. Sorry this one was a little more complicated. I tried to make it as simple as possible, but I'm pretty sure I failed at that. Feel free to add more lanterns in here too. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this tutorial. Next we got the Acacia, and when I tell you this took me forever to make, it really did take me forever to make. I had 0 idea on what I wanted to do with this. I did want it to be unique compared to the others. So far, as you can see, it is 2-story. Got crop farm at the side, default crop farm. As you can see, when you walk in, there's a door to the outside, and then on the inside, kind of like a modern type of feel to it in my opinion. Double furnace, crafting table. Up here you have a little balcony on the side here. Or when you go up here, you got a little double door for the balcony on the outside. We got chest, bed, nice little design we got here. Overall, I think it turned out pretty good for the most part. Nothing too crazy about it. Long windows in the front and back. But yeah, that's about it for this one. Now I hope this tutorial is gonna be a lot more simpler than that monstrosity over there. But yeah, for the Acacia, here's the foundation of it. In the interior, it's going to be a 3x5. And then on the right side, we're going to have just this little 1x3 over here. So first, we're going to start with the foundation, obviously. So we're going to do every corner, like so. Now, these 4 corners are going to go up by 8, or in total 8. We're going to go up 7, since it's already 1 block here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then these are going to go by 4 and 5 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should look like that so far. Since it's a taller build, I decided to do stilts. So we're going to add, these are going to be like kind of the stilts holding it up properly. And then go ahead and place stairs on the outside here. Now for this, it's going to go up, it's going to be a little different than the ones we've done before. At the front here, we're going to bring it all the way up with stripped acacia. And then bring this up by 2. Place 2 planks here, so it's eye level. It's going to be, the window's going to be 4 wide, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then place 2 more planks up top, so you should have something that looks like this. On the left side of the entrance, again, we're going to bring up the corners up with strips, and then at the bottom grab your planks, place them like so. So far try to do a simple 1x2 window, and then again above that do another 2x2 window, so it should look like this. And then again just fill in the top layer like so. Again, just fill in the top layer. If you want to be fancy, you can replace the middle planks with a log like so. Completely up to you though. Same thing like before, place your strip going all the way up both sides. It's gonna be a plank at the bottom, followed by 1x2 window here, and then above it's 3 blocks tall, so it should be like that. We're gonna go up 4 blocks on this corner beam here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on this side 1, 2, 3, 4, and then place another log right there. Right here, there's gonna be also, this is where your farm's gonna be, so underneath there's gonna be an entrance, so place your stair at the top layer for a fence gate or a door could fit here. And on the inside here, place your strip going all the way up as always, followed by 2 stripped right there, so you can fit a door here, and there's a 1 block above for the fence. Next, place your trapdoors on both sides of the log here where your balcony is going to be, and then place your fences in like so. On the balcony here, place 2 full blocks here, followed by your corner beams going across like so. And then obviously fill this in with your strips on both sides. Next, go ahead and place your door on the inside here. The interior, I decided to go with oak wood here, just so it doesn't look super orange everywhere. Next, go ahead and place in your windows like so. And then the back entrance here, where your farm's going to be, replace the wool block and then place your fence gates. Now 3 blocks up from the stair you placed earlier, on each corner place your trapdoors. This is just kind of for extra detail, it's not necessary, but it kind of like breaks up the pillar a little bit, so I decided to do it. And just do that for every corner here, like you see. And then over here, place your 2 planks right here, so we can get started on the roof here. Now right here on the outside, place your slab, so this should still be 3 blocks tall here. And then you can go ahead and place a full block here, and then place a stair, follow it, and then add your slab so it connects like so. And then across from that, diagonally from that, place your full block, followed by another full block, and then just do the same thing you did on this side. And then for the interior here, just go ahead and fill it in. And don't forget to place a fence here. And then you're going to do the same thing just on the opposite side. You can just go ahead and bring all the blocks down. Don't forget this is a stair here. And a fence to finish it off. And then a little detail you could do is add a trapdoor here, just so it looks like it's connecting better here on the diagonal stair and block. We're going to go ahead and do that just because. We're going to go ahead and finish up this balcony here. So place 2 fences across like so. Whether you place the 2 fences below, place 2 fence gates connected to the fence. On top of the fence gates, place trapdoor, and then followed by 2 slabs. So it kind of looks like it's connecting, it's holding it up straight. And then above it, you can just place slabs above. Once you're done with that, we're going to head on the interior. Once you're on the inside here, place a crafting table next to the door, followed by 2 furnaces. Just with some added detail, it's not necessary, but you can add a little table here. Then make your way above here, fill in the roof here. And then place a lantern on both sides for some lighting. Once you got that done, we're gonna go ahead and place these ladders going up to the first layer of the glass here. And then just to make it easier on you, you can place slabs here just to connect the trapdoors and then break them later. So it looks like this. So you have a little balcony underneath from below. Next, up top, place your chest and then your bed here. And then place 2 stairs like so here. And then from the outside, place the doors so they connect like that. And that's going to be it for your interior. We're going to finish up the exterior now. And finally, on the exterior, we're going to go out from the log here 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. And then bring it all the way down until you're even with the logs here. And then make a little hallway, little entrance here. And then place your fence gate. And then as always, place in your weeds. Again, completely up to you, but I like to put the water underneath so it's waterlogged, and then place in your crop of choice. And then finally, for the final touches, add your leaves on the outside, just to give some more color. And that's going to be it for the Acacia starter house. Next we got dark oak. So this one, kind of just wanted to do the traditional type of feel for this build. Again, a little crop farm at the front. I decided to add some deep slate bricks at the front because I think they matched well with the dark oak. For the interior, nothing too crazy. I kind of, since it was dark oak, it got me thinking about like the cartography table since it's a kind of dark oak. So I decided to add a little desk here in the back. Double furnace as always, chest and a bed, crafting table. Nothing too crazy about this, a little beam at the front just for some added detail. And yeah, nothing too crazy about this build. Again, leaves all the way around. And yeah, lantern with a chain, just for a little change. Other than that, let's move on to the next one. Alright, next we got the dark oak. So first, obviously, place your corner blocks here, as I'm showing. And then you're going to want to bring these blocks up by 4 on every side. And then connect all the beams like normal. Next builds, we're going to place in the walls, stagger them at the bottom, place in the foundation. For this, we're going to use deep slates. Again, replace the bottom, place a stair so it's like kind of beveled for some extra detail. Place the bottom on every side. There we go, just like that. And then obviously replace this with normal dirts. Now, I did something a little different than the original plan. Originally, this was stripped spruce, but I decided to go with a darker tone because I feel like it would match better. So, yeah, just go ahead and place your stripped oak like so. So that it has the windows on every side. Go ahead and place in your glass like normal. Besides the front entrance, this is going to have a door in it, so go ahead and place your dark oak stair. Next, you're going to want to place in your stairs. We're going to start on the roof now. So go ahead and place the stairs like so. This can go all the way down. But for here, it's going to connect like so. So the stairs should be going like this. From the front entrance, there should be the arc on each side and then the right side. Next, we're going to give a little arc to the roofing here. So it's going to look like that. And then go ahead and continue placing your full log here, followed by the stair on top and the upside down stair over the stair. And then at the bottom here, place a stair as well. Lots of stairs. And then do this for every side. And then once you got that, at the top here on the interior of the roofing, go ahead and place your stripped logs just so you fill in that gap. So the rest of the roofing is going to be deep slates. I just think that these blocks work really well together, so that's why I decided to go for it. And then for the beams, connect all the beams with slabs like so, and then go ahead and fill in the roof like normal. Now once you got the roof done, we can go ahead and get started on the interior. Now once you got on the interior, obviously replace the floor. For me, I'm going to use spruce because I feel like it matches better, but if you want to use dark oak or any other block, feel free to go ahead and do that. Take some light in here, go ahead and place your crafting table in the corner here next to the door, and then place your lantern up top. Once you got that, go ahead and connect this beam across and then above, like so. Now for the essentials, you're gonna want to do a bed, double chest like normal, and a double furnace over here. I decided, since it kind of gave me the idea of since we're doing like a dark oak thing, I was thinking of a cartographer. So over here in the corner we're gonna have a little desk, little writing desk. So I decided to go for the little desk in the corner here. Then go ahead and place another lantern in the middle so mobs don't spawn. And then don't forget to place your door. Once you're done with that, go ahead and head outside. Now on the exterior here, you're going to want to start with some fences here. Extend this out by 3, and then bring it out all the way to the end. And then in the middle, place your fence gates. And then just like the others, go ahead and place your water, and then place your crops. Once you got the crops out, for some final touches, we're going to add leaves all the way around. And then finally we're going to add some lanterns. On every side. And that's going to be it for the dark oak. Now for this build, I was really, in my mind I was thinking, how pink can I make this build? And let's be honest, it's pretty pink. But anyways, yeah, we got a crop farm at the front, and over here I want to add a little more of a little scenery over here. As you can see, you got a bunch of like basically a little kind of like a little greenhouse going on over here. Again, I want all these builds to look a little unique compared to the other ones. So yeah, at the front here we got a little patio. Decided to put some pink petals at the front here. Again, it's pretty cramped here, but I think it still works. And as we move on to the inside, decided to do an oak flooring, double furnace, double chest, 2 double chests with a lantern and a crafting table. As we'll make our way up here, nothing too crazy, just a bed up here. You can look out at the top, which is pretty cool. And then back at the front entrance, decided to do, again, leaves all the way around. It's kind of like the final touches on the build. I think it came out pretty good. This is going to be the foundation for it. Again, it's pretty simple, just a 3x5 and then 1x4 for the patio. First, start on each corner, like always. And then for the outside, also place a block. The outside here are going to go up by 2. The fronts are going to go up by 4 in total, so up by 3. Like so. Next to the logs, go ahead and place your strips on every side, including the middle. Pretty much every other block is going to be stripped logs. And then at the front here, go ahead and place planks, and then for the interior here, go ahead and place in your planks like so. This could also get filled in right here. And then for the interior, go ahead and place planks on the bottom layer of the window. And then from the front entrance on the back area, go ahead and place planks like so. So there should be a window on every side. Place your windows in like so. Place 2 stairs right here like so. And then from the outside, place a block here, followed by a window pane, and then a full block too. And then go ahead and place your stair upside down so you can place your door. Next, right above this, go ahead and place your stair. It should not be lined up with this layer here. Go ahead and connect it all the way down, and then do the same thing on the other side. Go ahead and connect the beams just like normal. And then right here, place your stair and that slab. So just like your kind of default roofing here. And then do that for both sides. Once you got that done, go ahead and fill in the bottom here with the blocks I show here. You're gonna want to place 2 planks right here and then a window. Same thing on the other side. Fill in your walls. There you go, like so. And then go ahead and fill in your roofing like normal. Once you've completed the roof, head to the front here. Go ahead and place 2 trapdoors here, and then go ahead and place 3 grass blocks, and then place trapdoors over it so it's not really showing, like so. And then over here, go ahead and place a fence gate, and then fill in the petals like so. So it kind of looks like a bed of flowers. And place a slab here, and let's go ahead and start on the interior of the build. First, place in your door. Go ahead and grab your furnaces. Place 2 next to the stairs. place a lantern on top. Next to the furnaces, place your double chests. And then go ahead and fill in your flooring. I'm gonna go ahead and use oak, but you can go ahead and use cherry wood if you'd like. For the roofing here, go ahead and fill this in, just the sides. And then on this layer, go ahead and place slabs all the way across. But don't place it in this corner because this is where our ladder is going to be. And then in this corner, we're going to have a crafting table. Once the first floor is finished, we're going to head upstairs. Place in your plank there on both sides. Then go ahead and place a lantern in the middle, and then finally your bed. And you can go ahead and place another double chest here if you'd like. Once you got that done, we're going to head back outside and finish up the exterior of the build. Next, right here, 2 blocks from the stripped log here, place your fence, and then place 2 more up top, so in total is 3. Place 2 fence gates against the wall, and then from where this fence is, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, so in the middle should be 3 in between each fence, and then 2 in between, so it should line up with the corner of the building. Go ahead and place the 3 blocks in total, connect your fence gates on every single side. And then above it, go ahead and place your slabs. Like so. And then on the left side here, we're going to add our little farm. So go ahead and place 4 fences here. And then connect it all the way around. For me, I like to have a little double fence gate here. Replace one of these blocks. For me, I'm going to do the middle one. You can place it with water. And then add your farm. And then for some final details, in the corner here, place your glowberry. In the other corner, place your petals. And then go ahead and place your flowers however you'd like. And then on the outside, go ahead and place your leaves around the little garden. And then don't forget to add the leaves on the outside all the way around. Like so. Just for some extra detail, you could just add a couple petals around. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this cherry starter house. Honestly, this is definitely one of my favorites. Now, as you can see, it's pretty different from the other ones. The roof is very different. I did want to kind of do something unique with this one. Obviously, on the right here, we got a little crop farm, lanterns like usual, trap doors, as you can see, leaves all the way around as well. As we go on the interior, nothing too crazy in here. Just your typical bed, double chest, lantern, double furnace, and a crafting table. Again, I don't want these builds to look too complicated to build, again, because these are like starter houses, as I said earlier. But yeah, hope you enjoy. Next, we got the most recently added wood. We got the pale logs. So for this, it's pretty simple. It's just a 3x5 in the center. For the outside, we're going to start by going up 4 with the stripped pale oak on all 4 sides. Next, we're going to add the actual pale oak log on every side. And then for the middle, where there's a 5-block opening, we're going to add 1 extra at the top. So it should look like this so far. For the bottom layer, I'm just going to do a full block plank, and then at the top, we're going to just place it at the top too, so it's just a 2-block opening. Do that same thing for every side. For the top here, don't mind the block. Act like that block isn't there. It's still going to be a 2-pane opening window for both sides. And then at the top here, don't forget this is where your door is going to be. Again, replace the wool, place in your door. Next, you're going to want to place in your windows like normal. Oops. So now we're going to start on the roof. So on this side, go ahead and place a upside down stair on both sides, and then place a slab behind it. And then go ahead and place a slab over the stair so it looks kind of like this. And then do that for both sides. And then go ahead and just like normal how we did before, just go ahead and connect to the beam. Like so. And go ahead and fill in the top with just the planks. Now for here, just for some added detail, you could put a trapdoor on both sides here. And then at the top here, go ahead and place another trapdoor. For this side, it's going to be the same concept, upside down stair, and then stagger the slabs. So upside down stair, and then stagger the slabs. And then fill in the roof, and then 2 trapdoors here. On the back side here, same concept as the front side. Place your upside down stair and then stagger the slabs. Upside down stair and then slab, followed by 2 trapdoors, and then fill in the roof. And then finally for the last side here. So once you got that done, the build should look like this so far. Now we're gonna go ahead and finish up on the roof first, just so we can knock it out. So on each corner, place a slab, and then honestly, literally just stagger the slabs going up. All the way around. You should be able to stagger the slabs all the way to the top, up by 1 every time. So once you finish, the roof should look like this, staggered on every side. Once you've completed that, just in my opinion, I think this will look better. Where you see the slabs here at the front, just replace them with the upside down stair. So I feel like the arc looks a little more nicer and cleaner. Do the same thing on the back side here. Just like so. Now once you got that, we're gonna go ahead and start on the interior. Once you're on the interior here, go ahead and fill in the roofing with slabs all the way down. So that way the height of the ceiling should be 4 tall. And then for me, just my personal preference, I like to make the flooring oak wood planks, just so it's not all completely white. And then once you've got that done, place your lantern up in the middle, place your bed in the corner, followed by your double chests, and then turn around, place your 2 furnaces, followed by the crafting table. Now once you finish the interior, head on the outside, place 4 fences from this outside on the right side of the entrance, and then from this corner, place 4 fences as well. And then go ahead and connect fences all the way down. And then obviously place your fence gates, followed by 2 fences on each corner of this fence gate area. And then you're gonna fill in the roofing like so. This block can be turned into a full block here, and this can also be destroyed. Make room for the slabs. But yeah, once you place that, go ahead and connect all the fences with your trapdoors. So in the end, it should look like this. And then once you got that down, you can place in your lanterns on both sides, followed by your water source. And then place in your wheats like normal. And then finally, place your leaves. This is optional, but go ahead and place in your pale oak leaves all the way around. I try to make all these start houses look a little unique, and I didn't want any of them to really look the same, so I hope I accomplished them. But yeah, if you guys have any other ideas on what I should do in the future, let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely take a look at the comments. And yeah, tell me which start house you like the most. For me personally, I like the cherry blossom the most. I'm really happy with how that turned out, and I hope this helped out. And yeah, I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.